Hi guys. So yeah, we started macro yesterday. So we discussed about AD. We said AD is C plus I plus D plus X minus M, right? And said that AD curve is downward sloping. As the price level goes down, your real GDP goes up. We distinguish between nominal versus real GDP, and we said this that when the price level goes down, real GDP goes up because of three reasons. The three reasons we pointed out, guys, were basically substitution effect, income effect, and the third one was interest rate effect, right? Do you remember that? So we came up with the three reasons: the interest rate effect, substitution effect, and income effect. And I want to sort of revise the interest rate effect very quickly. But basically, income effect said this that when the price level goes down, your purchasing power, real income will go up. Why? Because the same money will buy you more. And as a result of that, you will buy more, which will cause GDP to go up, right? That's the first one. The second one is basically substitution effect, which says when the price level goes down, your exports will become cheaper, and because exports will become cheaper, and why is exports becoming cheaper? Because simply that your country's price level is cheaper. It's cheaper to make goods, so exports will be cheaper to make. So exports will go up as compared to foreign goods. At the same time, the goods that you're importing, they will be relatively expensive to domestic goods. So X minus M goes up, GDP goes up. The third effect, guys, was a little complicated. And we said this in the third effect, we had the interest rate effect, which says this that if the price level goes down, we'll also see interest rates to go down. And the reason is simply because your lower price level would basically cause you to have a higher purchasing power, and therefore for you to borrow money or demand money will go down. Why do you not need to borrow money anymore? Because your money that you have in your hand has a higher purchasing power or higher ability to buy. And that will cause basically us to have a lower interest rate, right? Remember, interest rate we said is the price of borrowing, right? So if the price level goes down, interest rate goes down, which means uh, your consumption will go up and investment will go up. Why did consumption go up? And then we explained that, like if the interest rates are lower, you have a lower incentive to save, right? And interest rates are lower. You also have, it's cheaper to borrow funds, or cost of borrowing goes down. Both factors would mean consumers will consume more, investor would invest more. If I want to set up a company, right, or a factory, it's really cheap for me to borrow when the interest rate goes down. I will probably undertake that investment. Similarly, if the consumption, if it's cheaper to borrow, I might buy a car. Lease a car and so on and so forth. So that will cause the GDP to go up. Make sense? So all of these factors, guys, are going to make our GDP. So three factors we discussed: the income effect, substitution effect, and the interest rate effect. Are we good? Any questions before we move on? Resume recording. So, guys, yes, what was I talking about? So, we were saying that, like these are the factors basically that will make the demand curve sloping downward. Now, today's discussion is going to be about what will make our AD curve shift, and this is an important question when it comes to exams. So, we call a shift of the AD curve. Let's write this, guys. Shift of the AD curve. We call shift of the AD curve a demand shock. Okay, this is AD naught. The shift of the AD curve will be AD1. So demand curve is shifting to the right. So at this price level, your AD curve is going to shift out. It's a non-price factor. Very good. It's a non-price factor. So what will make at the same price level, if you're demanding more, it has to be what we call a non-price factor. And in this case, let me write this, guys. Any change in C, I, G, or X minus M not related to price level will result in AD to shift for all levels or for all price levels. Are you all with me, guys? So any change in CIG or X minus M can make AD curve to shift out for all price levels. So what do we mean by this? Guys, um, and we call this, another word for this is demand shock. Yeah, we call this demand shock. Are you all with me? So, what are the various reasons why this could happen? No, this is, remember, this is macroeconomics. So in macroeconomics, you might not have the micro factors. The whole economy's demand goes up. It could be one of those factors. So one of the reasons why AD can go up. So think about consumption. What can make consumption go up? Very good. So let's say the whole economy's uh, direct taxes, fall. You might see, like consumption to rise, right? For the economy. Why? Because as disposable income, disposable income means income after tax. Income after tax goes up. Okay? Income after tax goes up. So this could be one factor that can make consumption to go up, and your AD curve, your taxes in an economy go down. Another factor, guys, is interest rates. That's a powerful factor. What if independently interest rates go down in an economy? Government decides to lower the interest rate, for example, from 14% to, let's say, 8%. What will that do? People will invest more. Sorry, not invest more? I'm saying people will invest more. Because, for example, if your interest rate was like 10% and now it's 5%, it's cheaper to borrow money. Yeah. If you want to sort of invest, this is a good time because it's cheaper to borrow money. Why? Because number one, incentive to save goes down. People don't want to save money. And also your cost of borrowing goes down. Both the factors would mean consumption would go up, investment would go up, and AD shifts up. Somebody wrote very appropriate thing here. Vasif is saying government spending. Good job, Vasif. That's exactly another policy. Number three could be, or there's another thing that can happen. What if government spending goes up? What if government decides to spend more? We call that fiscal policy. You might have done that, fiscal policy and monetary. So this one is more like a monetary policy where you lower interest rates. Government spending is like a fiscal policy. Government decides to spend more. G goes up, AD goes up. Yeah. So also another one is basically consumer and business confidence. Do you think consumer and business confidence is high or low right now? Is high or low? Why low? What is happening in this world right now that it's low? COVID is happening, guys. We're wearing a mask. COVID is happening, and isn't that a reason why you should be not so optimistic about spending money, and you should not be optimistic about investing money? Some people are actually taking this as an opportunity. They're like, this is the right time to buy or whatever. But in general, business and consumer confidence is low. But when the consumer and business confidence is high, if it's high, you will see C to go up. You will see investment to go up, and therefore you would see AD to go up. Right? Number 5 is somebody, Vasif is writing amazing stuff. Vasif, I'm going to talk about that later, but I want to write this here. What if, exchange rate of your country, exchange rate falls? Okay. Now, what is exchange rate? Some of you might know this from your O-level class, but currently, for example, for every dollar, we pay rupees, for example, 165, right? What if this becomes for every dollar, we are paying, for example, rupees 200? Okay. Now, how would that affect our currency? Is the dollar, look at this. First, previously, for every dollar, you used to pay 165. Now, for every dollar, you're paying more, you're paying 200. Can I say dollar is becoming stronger and rupee is becoming weaker? Because foreign goods will now be expensive for us. Yeah. So when the exchange rate goes down, guys, for everything that was for dollar, now you pay 200. So we'll say imports become expensive. Isn't that true? Because now you pay 200 for every dollar worth of good. Previously you used to pay only 165. Imports become expensive. That would mean M will fall. And at the same time, guys, what will happen, guys? What about exports? Think of this way. For previously, if you wanted to buy a good which is for 165 rupees, you used to pay, or in other words, for every dollar you used to get 165 rupee worth of good. Now for every dollar you are getting 200 rupee worth of good. Are you getting more? You're getting more for a dollar. Looking from a US perspective. From a US perspective, I used to pay for a dollar. I used to get rupee 165 worth of goods. Now for $1, I'm getting more. I'm getting 200 worth of goods. My dollar is buying me more stuff. Isn't that true? So at the same time, exports will become cheaper. So when your exchange rate goes down, X will go up. And that means X minus M will go up, making AD to go up. So this is another factor where a lower exchange rate means your rupee is becoming weaker. So let me write this, guys. Dollar becoming stronger. Yeah, stronger. And rupee is becoming weaker. So if exchange rate for Pakistan goes down, that would mean uh, zoom out. You want to see the other stuff? I'm going to talk about it in 1 minute. So exchange rate goes down, imports become expensive. At the same time, exports become cheaper. X minus M will go up, and therefore. So guys, here the price level is not coming into equation. These are all happening independent to prices, and that's why these are called non-price factors. Got it? Are you all with me? Does that make sense? People online and people question. Any questions, guys? Do we get this? So these are what we call demand factors from a macro perspective, and these are going to make our AD curve shift to the right. And there are many other reasons as well, but the one that I'm talking about here are these ones. Okay. So think of this way. Who's asking this? Yeah. See, for every $1, think of it from a first imports perspective. Okay. If you are importing goods and a good was for $1, you used to pay 165. Now, for same $1 worth of good, you're paying 200, which means for you, the import is becoming expensive. So you will buy less imports will fall, right? Similarly, export perspective, from an export perspective, if you are buying, if you're a US citizen, for a dollar that you used to spend in Pakistan, you used to get 165 rupee worth of goods. Now, from that same dollar, you can buy 200 rupee worth of goods, which means for you, the exports are becoming cheaper from Pakistan. Make sense? So for exports will go up. And AD is C plus I plus G plus X minus M. Isn't that true? So if X minus M goes up, AD goes up. Remember AD, what is the equation of AD? AD is C plus I plus G plus X minus M. So if X minus M goes up, AD goes up. Got it? Okay, so this is what we call, guys, a demand shock, where the demand curve, AD curve, is shifting to the right because of that. Any questions before we move on? Well, it has both positives and negatives, and the reason is simply because if you are trying to export, if you're China, they try to keep their currency weak so that they can remain competitive, right? But on the other hand, think of Pakistan's situation, who is importing a lot of goods as well, which sometimes are necessity. For example, oil is imported by Pakistan. Whenever we lower our exchange rate, what is the biggest problem that happens with us is that oil that is coming to the country becomes expensive. And that in turn will cause what you call cost push inflation. The prices will go up, and that results in basically us to have a negative effect. So for us, we are in a very difficult situation. At one end, we wanted to remain competitive, and therefore we want to keep our exchange rate low. But at the same time, oil and other inputs that are necessities, they will become expensive because we import them, and so it's not a good thing for us. But China, if you ask China, China keeps its exchange rate as low as possible, and sources to buy oil also cheaply. This is a huge economy, of course. So that's another story. If the dollar is high, then in some way it's good for the country, right? I mean, it also depends, like we'll talk about this. It depends on how elastic or inelastic your goods are. This whole discussion about whether exchange rate should be high or low. Is weak exchange rate better for a country or a strong exchange rate? We'll talk about that later. Okay, I'm going to now, guys, before I move on to aggregate supply, which I'm going to do tomorrow, I want to show you some MCQs. So let's look at this MCQ. The diagram shows the shift in the AD curve from 81 to 82. What might have caused this shift? So let me explain some things. Budget surplus is a situation which is where T minus G, or rather, uh, T is taxes, G is government expenditure. T minus G is greater than zero. Government is taxing more than spending. If government is taxing more than spending, AD should fall. Isn't that true? So this can't be the answer. Trade surplus means X minus M is greater than zero, but there's a fall in trade surplus, right? So what does that mean? Remember, sorry, imports are rising more than exports. Yeah. Oh, there's a fall. I'm so sorry. This is I read it wrong. There's a fall in budget surplus. Fall means budget surplus is going down, which means A is the right answer. Yeah. Basically, budget surplus, of course, means T minus G is greater than zero. But if there's a fall, which means government spending is rising and T is going down. So A is the right answer. Make sense? And C is M going up. We know M goes up, AD falls. And rise in interest rate would mean R goes up. We know this AD should fall. Because we just learned this, that when the R interest rate goes down, AD goes up. So C and D are definitely wrong, right? And A and between A and B, when there's a trade surplus falling, which means trade surplus is good, but falling would mean AD should go backward. And budget surplus means T minus G, government is taxing more than government spending, but because it's a falling budget surplus, this means AD will go to the right. That's why A is the right answer. Do you get it? Does that make sense? So there's a little language thing that you need to be careful about, and that's why A is the right answer. Are we happy with this, A? Yeah? I'm going to move to the questions where there's no AS right now. First, let's look at this one. The diagram shows a shift in the aggregate demand curve for an economy from 81 to 82. Okay, so again, AD curve is shifting to the right. What could have caused this shift? Why? Who said that? So increase in money supply, basically, think of this way, guys. When the supply goes up, right? Remember, interest rate is what we call the price of money. When the supply goes up, what happens to the price? When supply of money goes up, price will go up or go down? Price will go down. So price goes down, which means interest rate goes down. Isn't that true? When the supply of money goes up, remember, when the demand of money goes up, interest rate will go up. When the supply of money goes up, right, interest rate will fall, because interest rates is price of money. So when the supply goes up, interest rate fall. And when the interest rate falls, we know this, cost of borrowing goes down, incentive to save goes down, and therefore C goes up, I goes up, causing the AD to go up. Okay, so money supply and money demand's price is interest rate. Remember, we also looked at how price level was going down. Remember, price level was going down. We said that if price level goes down, you will have more purchasing power. You will not demand that much money then. And if the demand goes down, the interest rate goes down. The same reasoning is applied here. When the supply of money goes up, your interest rate will fall, and therefore AD will go up. Okay, let's look at other answer choices as well, just to have a clarity. An increase in expenditure imports. Imports go up, AD goes down. So that's wrong. Government tax rates, we just said taxes go up. Disposable income falls, which means AD will fall. Trade deficit, increase in trade deficit means X minus M is now falling. Remember, X minus M is trade balance. Trade deficit is increasing, which means a negative X minus M is falling, which means AD will fall. Makes sense, guys? So even this is wrong. Yeah, are we good? Does that make sense? Any questions, guys? Do we get this? Are we good? Okay, I'm done. Thank you very much. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye-bye.